coming out tonight. Who knew we would be coming together to talk about oil? Who would have ever predicted that? And oceans. I mean, obviously, thank you for coming to celebrate World Oceans Day. The small, sad part of this event is that the ocean, one of our precious oceans, is now being contaminated with oil. Is anyone here a crude tycoon? Anyone here a millionaire? Yeah, except I guess this event is kind of initiating our a campaign for awareness in a way of what is going on with the oil and how we actually are all sort of complicit in this event, you know, by driving our cars, heating our homes. Oil. We all use oil, and BP was after it. However badly they did it, they were trying to get it to us, and so somehow consumer demand called for it. And I guess this is for me anyway, I mean I can't speak for all of the readers, but for me this is sort of a call to awareness and a call to ask how did we get there, how did we get here, and how can we sort of start addressing making people aware of our addiction, that we are addicts, and you know, how can we replace this addiction with something that's not also harmful, like a heroin addict goes to methadone. Meth is also not good for you, et cetera, et cetera. So how do we sort of transition to something that's healthier? I will start off with just a short poem I wrote, and then the rest of the readers will go in alphabetical order. Figured I'd just go since I'm the, you can hear me? Since I am the initiator. Did you all hear what I said about oil? How you're all complicit and I'm not? I mean, we all are. I mean, I drive a car and I hate that I've been resisting getting my oil changed, but that's not even the half of it. That's out of laziness. It's really difficult though, because I've been wanting to get a new car for years, right? And aside from how I heat my house, like I've been thinking about like, what car do I get? I want to get one of these cars, but then of course the hybrid cars cost more, and then the electric cars, and are they going to put out the better cars? And so then you start to think about, well, how do we get the car companies to make the electric cars in mass numbers so that they're more affordable? And then you have to campaign to Obama to get the state governments to push their car company.
No more cars. No more cars.
You gotta have cars though. You're not gonna get people to get rid of cars.
We have to rethink it. We gotta turn the highways and the tracks.
And then everybody's gonna go local again. It ain't gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen. We're gonna have little individual units that go on the tracks.
Or little smart cars, right? Come on in, we're having a poetry reading. You should come. Oh, don't be afraid. It's all about your complicity with oil. Well, we have to start smaller, I guess, in my humble estimation, but Rachel will tell you differently. I think there needs to be something to go from the oil car to the electric car or something. Anyway, so this poem is called It's Hers, This Mine, I Mine for Black Apple Butter. They're just leaking ocean carbon into the harbors of green, algaic marshes where the Dow dips and stems of blue root up to us. It all bends, my spine, the mucked blood through my black bloated heart that thud thumps and turns the tides into rolled sea slugs on sand, never asking me over to dine on putrid tarballs poised by the searing tan lines. We burn as pretty and gruesome as the mind of Dr. Frankenstein. I grew up by lakes and ponds, not rivers nor gallons of turtles and pelicans. I've never chewed the task of their flesh, or war-painted beaks, or piled my barrels with their bones. But I do. I hand rant and roll and ride in my limos and ask for more when the escargot complains of the slide down my throat, when the fish meat sticks in the craw of my throat, when my gills start to melt with the grit of my gout, my buckets of ale and rotting vegetable wells. My fork digs hard, my spoon jackhammers, and I never slow down the thrum of give me more belly, drilling out loud. Crude is the stroke of this life, these hearts pounding hard, whether human, bird, crab, or frog. They beat against one, the earth on fire, inside, and her blood belching out, on the floor, all over everything now. So begins the tide of crossing things out. So that's the only thing I'm going to read. Thank you.